Israel grew more aware of his own mortality. Sensing his time on earth would be brief, Iz was determined to make sure that Marlene and Vehi would be financially secure after his death. But his share of the Malka Hassan's earnings was not enough to provide that. He needed his freedom, both as an artist and a businessman.
I think he was concerned more about his family and how he was going to take care of his family in the future and how he was going to take care of himself. And being a musician for hire, you don't really get that much.
This precipitated a meeting with Mountain Apple Company owner John DeMello during one of Iz's many stays in Queens Medical Center.
From the first day that we met in '93 in the hospital that he called me up there, he asked me if I could do one thing. He says, all I want to do is take care of my family. I want to take care of my wife and my baby. And I know I'm not going to live forever. He knew that. He had made peace with that already.
He was probably offered these things. If you would become an act of your own, we can provide you with this and this and this and this.
He was in the hospital, I think, about another week, and then he came out and we went directly to a performance, and we started it, and we went into the studio right away and started Facing Future.
Dance for Kamakawiwo'ole.
What was once a loose, undisciplined process for Iz now became serious business.
I told Iz, you can't go into the studios, pay time, and rehearse. When you go into the studio, you got to record because it's money. And years later, he and I were playing, and he goes, "Sorry, boss." I go, "What? What?" He goes, "Sorry, yeah." I go, "For what?" He goes, "I get it now." And years later, I go, "You got what now?" He goes, "Don't rehearse in the studio on studio time." And I just cracked up, and we sat there, we laughed.
Released in late 1993, Facing Future was a diverse mix of contemporary Hawaiian, traditional Hawaiian, and pop. It was the first album to reveal Iz's true musical identity. But the music was not the only aspect of Facing Future that unveiled a new side of Iz.
And the cover is him standing there on top of a mountain with a pahu drum, Hawaiian drum next to him, and he's just standing there with his back to you, and he's facing the future. And that all happened. He was up in Palihua for about 2 weeks with me, and we were recording music. And one day, it was just a perfect day. I said, "Get outside, let's take some photographs." And he did that, he on his own. And he was shy. He wouldn't take his shirt off in public, because he was big. And he felt like, whoa, I don't want to do that. But after that, he was like totally open with all of that.
And I think at that time in our Hawaiian music, there wasn't a true leader or a true voice for Hawaii. Israel became that voice for Hawaii.